Hey, good morning, guys. About 9:30 in the morning here. I am in Lincoln, Nebraska right now. Heading over to Omaha. Don't need to be there till about 12, uh, but I figure I'll leave here about 10:15. Put me there around 11:30, 11:45. Uh, Probably a little bit earlier than that, actually, but I like to kind of play it safe. Usually, if you get there a little bit earlier, the people will get you unloaded. You know, sometimes they'll get you unloaded early. Sometimes they'll just kind of tell you to go screw off. But normally I would actually get there a couple hours early. But I've got another pickup today in Iowa. Got to take it down to Missouri, and it's a live unload in Missouri. So I kind of got to keep that window closed up, you know. So that being said, figured it's time to eat some breakfast. So come along with me as I make a steak and egg breakfast. So it's definitely not going to be the highest quality steak. I usually use top eye round, something a little bit cheaper, mainly because if God forbid this fridge goes out one night and I don't notice it or whatever, don't want to be out 20, $30 for some T-bones or sirloins, you know. So that being said, got my plate here, got my bowl for my eggs. All right, so I got the steak right here. Use forks as much as possible, and the biggest reason why when it comes to touching raw meat is a lot of the times inside of a truck you don't have the means to just quickly wash your hands with soap and water, and I'm not going to run back and forth inside the terminal 30 times to go wash my hands. So with that steak, you hit with some salt and pepper real quick, gonna make it taste good. And I definitely like lots of pepper on my food. Um, Kind of no matter what I get, I just pepper the hell out of it. So probably one of my favorite seasonings to use besides Cholula. So, all right, and now we're gonna hit the George Foreman grill with some spray. Some of y'all Texas folks might recognize that brand. Maybe a little bit of spray to make sure it kind of cooks up halfway decently and gives it a little bit of a sear. Toss that steak on there. This now is trash. Grab me a new one. Got the plate right there. Gonna let that cook for probably about 2 minutes or so. I like my steak raw to, or not raw, sorry, rare to medium rare. Yeah, I like my steaks rare, but not that rare. So now in this bad girl right here, we're gonna do our eggs in. So little tip and trick, hit the bowl, a little bit of spray, and the reason why is because when you cook up in here, these little creases up in this bowl tend to kind of trap the eggs inside of there, and makes it a pain in the butt to pull them out. Last egg. Gonna be the same with this here. Lots and lots and lots and lots of pepper. A little bit of salt. So the steak's cooking up pretty good there. I venture to say it's right about done. So now, I think one of my bigger issues with using the George Foreman grill per se is you're not going to get that sear that you would get with cooking in a grill or barbecue or whatever. But still, steak on an 18 miller without having to go inside of a truck stop and spend $30 ain't a bad deal. Got the eggs over here. I used to have a skillet in the truck. Unfortunately, the thing caught fire last year, and I just haven't replaced it yet. Kind of what I get for spending 10, $11 on a little skillet on Amazon. You know. So once again, as soon as it's used, toss it in the trash. Salmonella or any type of food poisoning out here is not fun to get. I'll tell you that much. So let's stick it in the microwave up here. I'm gonna do about a minute first. I'm not a huge fan of microwave eggs. I'm really not, but comes down to it, it's about the easiest way to cook eggs on here, so it takes anywhere between a minute to 2 minutes. So, not sure if y'all can see that very well, but this is kind of what I was talking about here. Steak definitely looks good. It's not completely seared, and it's definitely not a grilled steak, but still looks pretty good. As you can tell, it's still got some juices coming out of there, which means it's not burnt to a crisp and become charcoal, which I think if anybody does do steak, they're kind of sacrilege. Alright, microwave beef. Let's take a gander at these eggs. And starting to form some peaks there, as you can see. So what you want to do is you want to stir them up some. Kind of helps them stop from drying out completely. Either way, a lot of the eggs that you're going to cook in the microwave are going to dry out a decent amount anyway. Stick them back in there, and this time we're only going to do it for about 30 seconds because the eggs are starting to get hot enough that they should cook pretty quick. So, let's do it. Alright, the eggs should be done or just about done, and this is what I was talking about. As you can tell, that's 3 eggs right there, and it's already peeking over like crazy. So, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to cook them like you would in a grill where, or not a grill, a stovetop, where you kind of cook them how you want. Personally, I kind of like my eggs cooked lightly when it comes to scrambled. Like mine to kind of be a little, not necessarily undercooked, but still kind of where it looks like it's got that film over it a little bit, you know. Personally, my favorite style eggs is actually fried eggs. So, all right. So now that we're done with that, final thing right here. Put it up with a little bit of cheese here, and once again, some of y'all Texas boys might recognize that brand. And I am from Texas myself, and it's probably one of my favorite stores to shop at. So. Mix all that up, and you won't need to reheat this again unless you let your eggs sit out for 2-3 minutes, let them cool down too much. The cheese will melt by the heat of the eggs, which good things, you really don't want to dry them out. The microwave's already going to dry your eggs out quite a bit, but eggs are eggs, and they're relatively good no matter how you cook them. So part of the reason I enjoy doing eggs and steak for breakfast is the protein aspect to it. I'm a bigger boy. I'm in the process of trying to lose some weight. Driving an 18-wheeler, it's really easy to gain weight, especially when you do a lot of fast food or a lot of truck stop food. Little honesty from me here. My first year out driving trucks back in 2010, I went from weighing 285 pounds to weighing 370 pounds in a year, which, if you think about it, is pretty incredible to gain almost 100 pounds in a year. And trust me, it's a lot easier to put it on than it is to take it off. You just got to have a lot of willpower and a lot of stride. And I got my days, like we all do. I got my days where you walk inside that truck stop and you're like, damn, dude, a double cheeseburger sounds good right now. Let me go grab that, you know. Me personally, I don't like a lot of breakfasts at truck stops. I'm not a big fan of McDonald's breakfast or really any fast food breakfast. I'm kind of a old tradition style guy when it comes to breakfast. I want my steak and eggs or sausage and eggs, whatever, and I really don't want to pay freaking $20 for it, man. It's kind of outrageous. So, with that being said, cheese is melted onto the eggs, and we're going to stick it onto that plate there. And this fork you do not need to get rid of, but I'm going to get rid of it anyway and use a brand new fork. And the reason why is I want to make sure there wasn't any cross-contamination with anything. So, here it is, right there, folks. Got our steak and eggs going on here. I think it looks really good, and it definitely smells good. And to be honest with you, eggs definitely need more pepper. And as I told you guys, I am a pepperaholic, man. I absolutely love pepper. Let's go and give it a try. Got my knife, my fork. I use nothing but plastic cutlery. I know it's bad for the environment, but a lot easier when you're on an 18-wheeler. Once again, you don't have the luxury of being able to just run to the sink and clean something off. So, you know, there it is. Steak and eggs. That is friggin' delicious. And a dang good way to start your morning. So with that being said, guys, if you're out here on the road and you're looking for ways to cook, pretty much cook anything out here, man. With a George Foreman, you just saw me cook a steak. Easily cook a chicken breast, pork chops. I've done plenty of pork chops in here, plenty of steak. But like I said in my introduction video, I do prep a lot of my meals. Like, for example, I got some brown rice that I cooked before I came out of the house. A lot easier to cook it at the house. And then I got buffalo chicken that I cooked at the house. And this is up towards the top, as you can tell right there. It's actually frozen. Chicken will easily go bad out here on the road. Your fridge kind of cools down or warms up by a couple degrees. It could just destroy the chicken. Be careful of that type of stuff out here. But with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all want to see something next. All right. Y'all have a good one.